Hello everyone, my name is Arinze and we're still helping you answer the question, why should I get into tech? And in this particular lesson, we're going to be looking at the fact that there are increasing number of opportunities in the tech space. For you, and even for me, or maybe I'm already sitting on one. So let's dive right in. So yeah, remember in our last lesson, we saw how more and more technology companies are adopting technology into their strategy. Why? Because of the opportunities and how that technology is solving problems in a very different way. Now, what is the consequence of that? More and more startups are being built to solve problems. What do I mean? Before, the only kind of business that you build is like retail shop, manufacturing business, and the likes. But because of the way technology has proven to be a powerful tool to solve problems, more and more people are building technology solutions to the different problems that we face every day. Zoom, WhatsApp, Facebook, Tesla, all of these are technology solutions built to different problems that we face every day. So more and more startups are coming up every day solving problems the technology way. And all of these startups would need to hire technology talent. Because what's an organization without a team? A company is the people that make it up. So they're going to need to hire you to work in different roles across the organization in order to solve that problem that they want to solve successfully. Now, let's leave those startups alone, those ones that are building pure technology products. Let's go to existing organizations like Nike. Do you remember when we used Nike as an example? Now, Nike produces shoes and experience for athletes to run. They don't build technology products, but you can see that Nike has experienced a very huge level of digital transformation. They have imputed digital strategy into the core of their business. So when you want to see Nike advert, you see them through Facebook. They have a digital marketing team, they have a website, an e-commerce site where you can purchase all of their stocks directly from their website. They also have a mobile application that helps athletes and people at home to practice, to have like exercise and all. If you go across every vertical of the organization, technology has been integrated into almost every arm of it. So much that Nike, that's supposed to be a shoe and fashion company, now has a lot of tech teams. So even non-technology companies are hiring you and I as tech teams in their company. So more and more non-technology companies are cooking up technology departments and hiring technology talents for themselves. So the next thing that we see is that because more tech companies are being built and more non-tech companies are adopting technology, new jobs are being created. And not just new jobs, but also gigs. Because not every organization would be able to hire full-time staffs for their operations. So they outsource bits of those jobs to people on Upwork, Fiverr, and other freelance platforms as gigs. And then that's an earning opportunity. So you can see in general that millions of opportunities are being created every day for people. Now let's just run over some facts, some fact figures. Do you know that the population of tech talents across the world, as much as tech is a buzzword, is still very minute. So minute that anybody coming into the tech industry today is very early. Now, there are approximately 8 billion people in the world. 8 billion. But out of 8 billion people in the world, there are only approximately 27 million active software developers in the ecosystem. Can you imagine that? That is not 10% of the population. As a matter of fact, it is not 5%, it is not 1%, it is an alarming 0.3% of the world's population that we have as core software developers. If you now bring it back home to Africa, Africa contributes 1.3 billion people to the world's population. 1.3 billion people, more than 10% of the global population. But how much of tech talents does Africa contribute to the global population of active software developers? Approximately 700,000 of them, according to Google and ISC's reports in 2020. 700,000, they are not even contributing up to 1 million of approximately 27 million software developers in the world. And one more fact figure, just to spice it up. Have you heard about Web3, blockchain, NFT, and the likes? Do you know that out of 27 million active developers in the world, only about 24,000 of them are active Web3 talents? So you can see that across every vertical in the tech space, are still early to the game. Now, let's look at one more thing. Why do tech jobs stand out? Do you know that they stand out? Do you know that they are the kind of stuff that everyone wants to have in their pocket these days? One is the fact that there's a low barrier to entry for tech jobs. I'll give you an example. If you want to become a software developer, unlike becoming a lawyer or becoming a doctor, you don't need 7 years. In 2 years, consuming online courses from Udemy, Coursera, or attending online bootcamps, you can learn all of the basics that is needed, have an internship for about 6 to 10 months, and have your first job. 2 years, and you have a well-paid entry-level role as a software developer. Talk less of other technical, other non-technical aspects of the tech space. Tech jobs have a very low barrier to entry. Literally anyone can start a career in tech. You can find a 14-year-old full-stack developer today, but you can never ever find a 14-year-old approved medical doctor or practicing lawyer. They have a low barrier to entry. More so, they are very flexible. Tech jobs are the ones that these days gives you the ability to work from home. Have you ever heard from the remote trend? Yeah, tech workers are working from home at scale. They are very, very flexible. You have people work 3 times a week, weekends, although they are not always so, but then largely they have a very high level of flexibility. Now, they are also industry agnostic. I know that many of us are attracted to particular industries over the other. Some of us like to see stuff in healthcare, some of us like to see education, some of us like to see finance and money and the likes. Well, when you come into the tech sector, you are not limited to any particular industry at all. Not anyone. As a matter of fact, you can be a software developer in the education space, and the next year you're now a software developer in the health space, and the next year you're a software developer in the finance space, such that over 10 years career you have experienced over 7 different industries. Imagine what other industry gives you that kind of flexibility. They come with higher paychecks. Why do they come with higher paychecks? Well, because almost every company today wants to apply technology into their strategy. And aside that, the richest companies in the world today are technology companies. So if a company is making so much money, it's just directly proportional that they are going to be paying their staffs the highest amongst other similar organizations. And finally, which is the one that should interest you the most, is the fact that you have a broader career impact. I'll give you an example. If you're a teacher, you can never teach beyond the capacity of your classroom. Say I have an auditorium that can accommodate 1,000 students. When I deliver a 1-hour lecture or a 10-hour lecture, 1,000 students are listening. But with technology, if I deliver that same lecture over Udemy, then I can have 60 million students across different time zones subscribe to that lecture and have impacted 60 million people. How much more the software developer that built Udemy? Imagine being somewhere on your laptop, writing some lines of code and millions of users. Think of yourself. Imagine you built Google, or imagine you built Facebook, or imagine you built Instagram, or imagine you built TikTok. Imagine how many people are currently using the product that you built. Hardly any other industry gives you that breadth of impact. Technology does that every single day. That is why technology is the right kind of job for you. Now let's look at some figures in terms of the shortage of tech talent. Do you know that there's a shortage of tech talents in the world today? Oh no, cancel that. There's a growing shortage of tech talents in the world today. That means each year there's more shortage of tech talents in the world. As a matter of fact, there's a projection that by 2030 there will be a total shortage of 85 million tech workers in the world. And that shortage is going to lead to an $8.5 trillion loss to the global economy. There's a shortage. That means they are looking for you to come in and fill in the gap. Everyone is literally waiting for you. In conclusion, we can see that there's enormous opportunities in the tech world today, and beyond that, a career in tech is one that comes with a very low barrier to entry. That means you can start a tech career today, and not just that, but there's opportunity waiting for you. Get started today. Thank you.